This is the story behind the smiley seeds in Minecraft. This phenomenon is done with unknown seeds that the player never went into detail about and warned people to not try if they managed to get into them. And all of the seeds seem to have this very face embedded into the terrain, but many players discovered some strange occurrences regarding it. Some players on Minecraft, specifically on Java during its 1.20.5 update, have been noticing a strange occurrence happening on random seeds. Specifically regarding the terrain inside of grassy biomes, people have been discovering a large smiley face somewhere in their world, embedded inside of the ground, grass on top, stone at the bottom, and sometimes flooded. It seems to only appear in naturally generated grassy biomes, as stated earlier, but never near spawn. People only find it through exploration or by accident. When night arrives, some of the mobs, skeletons, creepers, etc., have a small chance to randomly display either a glowing or slightly pixelated smiley face, over or instead of their normal faces. Another occurrence people noticed in the seeds is how, when far away from the smiley face, and when chunks are being loaded in while staring at it, they saw that it frowned for a split second. Additionally, in the chat, a player named Smileyface joined the game despite the seeds appearing on single player, and then leaving afterward with the name changing to Frowny Face instead. There have been attempts to see the player, some even tried heading back to spawn whenever the aforementioned player appeared. These players were never visible. An anonymous player seemed to have encountered this occurrence firsthand. However, the player's post has been deleted for some unknown reason, but has been found somewhere on 4chan, and the following is a repost of the story. I recently got into Minecraft after a boring day of school, and I decided to load into a new world and settle into single player. I hadn't played normal Minecraft for a while. I usually chilled on the servers on multiplayer and played some Hypixel. I didn't bother with the seed and depended on luck, hoping I would be near a village or whatever. My seed was auto-generated, and I loaded in what seemed to be a grassy biome with trees a few blocks away and a village nearby. Jackpot. I decided to head there to steal some items, some food, anything I could find useful, and then murder and hit the villagers for the sake of it. I did the basic Minecraft stuff. I just hit some trees and explored some caves. I always stayed somewhere near the top and never entered the bottom. I didn't care too much for the diamonds and stuff. I just wanted to have fun in the game and not get fancy with any items. Why did I stay so far from the caves and enter them? Well, just like many players, I feared the cave sounds and got out of there whenever they played. Anyway, I crafted my wooden sword, shovel, pickaxe, etc. And then I switched to stone upgrades from the cobblestone I mined, but kept the wooden tools for backup just in case. However, by accident, I came across something embedded in the ground in the terrain. There was what appeared to be a smiley face, grass above, stone at the bottom, and some floods here and there. I thought nothing of it, of course, but I was thinking of using the opening where the mouth is as my little cave system. I got to work regardless and started making my base. Not of the best, of course. I just used the oak from trees I chopped down and the leftover cobblestone for the structure. The cobblestone being the pillars and the roof, I guess, and the oak being the walls. I killed some sheep for their wool and created a bed. I placed it down and added a furnace, my crafting table, and a chest to store my stuff. The basic stuff. Then night came. I wanted to sleep, but there were monsters nearby, and I noticed something peculiar. The friendly mobs, like the sheep, followed me with this smile, and I saw some zombies approaching me. But out of nowhere, they smiled before attacking. Once I killed the zombies and other mobs, ignoring the features on their face, I went to sleep. And when day came, I started venturing off into the distance, somewhere near where the smiley face was in my base. However, when I came back, I saw something strange when the chunk loaded near my base. The smile turned into a frown for a split second before going back to normal. Strange, that's all I could say. This appeared to be just a weird chunk error. I've been playing from alpha to beta, and I've seen a fair share of odd world generations. It wasn't too weird until I saw the chat. A player by the name Smileyface joined the game, then Frownyface left the game afterwards. This was on timing when the smile turned to a frown, and I never got a good look at the supposed player, if it even was one. The next night, the terrain started to regenerate strangely. When I used my hoe to make some of the land into farmland so I can grow and plant crops, no matter how long I decided to wait, nothing happened. When I was blown up by a creeper out of nowhere, the spawn point I was brought to was somewhere else. Out of annoyance, not having the resources to come back there, and how the smiley face was far away in the terrain, I decided to call it quits and load a new world instead. I saw that very same face in the ground, permanently, in every world that I would load. I even used well-known seeds. The exact same thing happened. Then I loaded back onto my first world, and I was generated directly under the player spawn. All of the mobs had smiley faces, and the face never frowned once. Then I was back at my base out of nowhere. Yes, I was happy to be back there again, but the way I was brought there was off. It was like I was teleported there by a player with commands, which shouldn't be possible as this is single player. But one change was made. The smiley face from earlier had lava inside of it, completely filled up. Even more than the water. I mean completely filled to the surface in the eyes and smile. I saved and closed the game, and then I noticed my desktop wallpaper. It was a pixelated frown. Error 777. Error 777 was a creepy version released privately and quickly got leaked a year after. It was found on a Game Jolt page and slowly started spreading on YouTube. Error 777 appears to be a glitchy Minecraft version. After you boot up the game, there are 4 options: single player, multiplayer, options, and quit game. After clicking single player, the game completely locks you from doing anything with the world. The only thing you can do is change the name, that's it. After joining, there appears to be a bug, maybe on purpose. There's about an 80% chance that you spawn in a pool of lava because the world generation is so buggy. After finally succeeding to get a world without spawning me in lava, I started grabbing wood and making a house. When I looked up, I turned my render distance up. I saw that the clouds were black, and it made the world shake around because of a lot of lag. There were also friendly mobs attacking me while I was in my base, and an invisible entity as well that I couldn't determine what it was. If you play for about 20 minutes, your chat will start flooding with these weird messages. It will keep going and going. It won't ever stop. It will only stop when your game fully crashes because of how many messages appear in your chat at once. One other thing is that if you die a single time, you're met with a title screen saying, "It's time to end this game." And there's a D3A option. And if you click it, it shows you this weird command prompt video, and shortly after kicks you out of the game, automatically deleting your world. There is no way to prevent this from happening. Strange music can play at any time as well.